boys.
Hell yeah.
Dude, hell
Mostly
yeah, bro.
girls, mostly girls.
So who do we have in studio today?
In the stew, do we have the next upcoming chef in Pensacola? The one blowing it the fuck up?
Yeah. Chef Ed Lordman from
Hell
Polonza
yeah.
Bistro.
Hell yeah,
Executive
dude.
chef.
Do you is there any nicknames people say about you that you're just annoyed with? Like, do they call you like Lord? Like, all right, Lord.
No,
Chef Lord.
no. Maybe
Yeah.
joking, just
Yeah.
joking, but it's mostly Ed. It's mostly Ed.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, or chef.
Yeah, dude.
Chef. I get
See,
a lot
I
of
feel like
chef.
I have to call you chef, even though I don't work for you. I feel like it's
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Like if you were a coach, I would have to be like,
Coach.
Coach.
How's it
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
Coach?
Hey, Coach.
It's
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
same
yeah.
feel. I
Yeah,
feel like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Chef.
the respect that
A
you
lot
know
of
what I'm saying?
times
Yeah.
I'll just be walking and you'll just hear like chef, and you're just like, it's just automatic.
Yeah.
You know.
How long you
But
been
it's
doing it
weird.
now?
I've been doing it for 16 since I was 15. So I'm 32.
Holy crap.
17 years.
Damn.
Yeah. I
Putting
just
in
turned
that work.
32 June. So
Where'd you
not just, but-
start at? Where was the original spot? What got you into it?
School. So I don't know, man. Just really what got me into it was I just love cooking my whole career growing up, family, you know.
Were you a fat kid?
I was definitely
I was a fat kid.
Thick
I'm
boy.
definitely I was thick boy. I was
Yeah.
thick boy. They had those jeans, the huskies and stuff. Yeah. So I was a husky, you know, but yeah.
I'm gonna pull this
You
up
good, bro?
real quick.
But yeah, I was a big boy. But you know, you fat kid, you eating good. You
Yeah.
know, live in the country.
I mean, when it's
You
good
eat
for
good
you,
stuff.
you don't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
care,
you
bro.
have to.
You're
Yeah.
healthy, you know.
Yeah.
You're
That's
healthy
it.
when you got a little meat on the bone.
Dude, it's wild. Back in the day when you were like a king, you had to be fat. That was like a
That was a
That's
thing.
a symbol.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, Buddha.
We need to go back to
Yeah.
that.
You know,
My boy,
big
my boy
dude.
thick.
Let's go
You know,
back to that,
super
bro.
Yeah, dude. What happened to that?
Eating good feels good, you know?
True that.
Yeah.
Big bellies and beards.
Yeah,
Bro,
dude.
for real. Inside all
Nice.
the time, just eating, man.
Heck
Man, what
yeah,
more
heck
you want?
Yeah. Heck yeah. But yeah, so just growing up with family, did that for, you know, well, I didn't do that for a while. I ain't cook with my family like that money. But, you know, just growing up, watching my grandma. I always tell the story like we used to, as a family, would get together and my grandpa would go get this huge truckload of corn.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just, every year it was a thing. We all would go up to my grandpa's. The kid would get like toothbrush and we were like clean the silk, shuck it, and clean the
Oh,
silk
wow.
out of it. And then
whole
all the
truckload.
women just being there around the table, cutting the corn off the cob, you know, and we
Yeah.
would freeze it and stuff for the winter.
Oh,
You know,
damn.
canned tomatoes, any kind of stuff like that. It was kind of like a
Like a
thing
big
we would get
family
together,
deal.
you know,
Yeah.
and we had a garden, so we all kind of like took care of it.
Okay.
I was a big ass garden. It was actually bigger before I was like came about, but there were like two. One was like for corn for them, and then the other one was like everything else, like green beans, squash, zucchini,
Yeah.
you know, cantaloupe, watermelon, fruits, and okra and all the good stuff. Hella tomatoes, you know. Up until my grandma passed away, God bless her soul, she they would grow tomatoes around the pool, you know, so that you know
wow.
they got older, couldn't go down to the garden, so just grow them right by the house, you know. You know, so it's really cool. But yeah, I grew up around that kind of stuff. You know, we took care of that, and so we got together and did stuff like that. So that's kind of like where my love, like, really grew for being a chef and cooking. You know, my mom watching Iron Chef. You know, back when it first came
Cooking
out,
show's big.
dude.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So I remember seeing stuff like that, you know, but yeah, and in high school it just clicked, really, just cooking. Miss Bishop, she was my what was it, 10th grade? First year they had this like cooking class. And I don't know, I just fell in love with it more, you know, the like more professional side, learning the French, you know, technique where they teach you in culinary art school. I don't know, I fell in love with it, man. Just boom.
Did you ever attend culinary school, or did you out of high
no.
school you just
well,
went?
so I don't say I attended, but I did go to Athens Technical College.
Oh, okay.
You know, the first semester was like some book work shit. Cause I'm kind of smartest dude. Whatever. I'm smart, but not like that. But but I had to do some school stuff, and then I finally got to take the actual culinary art stuff. And I don't know, it was cool and all. I remember being in there doing some stuff, learning some stuff from the chef. But then I would go to work and then like learn with these other people, and it's like, I don't know, man, the shit that I was learning at work made way more sense to me than what they were teaching me at school. Yeah. I mean, I get it, all the proper techniques and stuff. I kind of learned more of that the more finer I got. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just like I was picking it up easier learning from my chef.
Yeah. That seems like his path.
That's
too.
Exactly what happened to me, man. Like I'd been at Global for like 2.5 years.
Oh, tight.
And then I was like, I want to go to school. And so I started to go to culinary school, and I got a semester in, and I had all my all the dumb classes you had to do, like math and public speaking and psychology and all that bullshit I did online. And I had one cooking class, and it was I loved it because I love being in the kitchen and being around, other people like that and learning. And the chef that I had there was honestly really, really, really good dude. And I took a semester and was after the end of the semester, he was like, well, next semester you have 3 cooking classes, and they're all days you're supposed to be working. And I was like, I can't just swing 3 days off work.
That was the thing too, man.
Yeah, dude. I
Working
was like,
and doing that.
Yeah, and so he was like,
I was like, work.
He was like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. He's like, you don't need to go to culinary school. You can learn the technical side of everything, which I'm like, I love that kind of stuff too. Where everything originated from, and what year history, in France, the Escoffier system and all that shit. I love all that kind of stuff. But he was like, that, bro, man. But he was like, dude, you're learning way too much working. He was like, I would feel bad if you took 3 days off work to come to class, learning things you already know, to get a piece of paper.
It also sounds like, y'all were under people that cared.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So if you weren't, maybe going to school made more sense. But it seems like y'all were under chefs that...
now that's true, too.
Was taking care of you guys and wanting to
I'm not going to say...
things.
Don't go to school.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's different for everyone. Some people need that kind of more structure thing. Not me. I don't need that. I just need somebody show me really nitty gritty. No bullshit. Show me. And that's those executive chefs and chefs get to that spot for a reason. They work. They worked under other previous chefs who worked under other previous chefs, and they all know their shit. So
that branches down.
But so you don't need to go to school to be a cook. That's honestly, I remember looking. That was one thing I remember looking in computer class, and you're doing all this. You're seeing what kind of job or what kind of occupation you might have. You do all these little tests when you're in school. Stupid things, man.
Like a placement.
Career test.
You're like, man, dude, how the fuck you going to tell me what I'm going to do?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, they said I was going to be a helicopter mechanic.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, maybe you could. We all could have been. We all.
I know me.
We all could be.
His wrist is broken right now.
Yeah. Okay.
And he don't even. Yeah. He didn't. He's never ridden a helicopter before.
Well, we all could be anything we want. At the end of the day. But I remember doing that, and I remember seeing chef, and that was one of the things, and it was level of school, college degree, 0. And I was like, tight,
Yeah.
Tight.
You were salary of chef. And then you were like, how much do they work? 900 hours a week. You're like, I'm sure I could swing it.
Yeah, man, 900.
Yeah, man, dude.
We work a lot.
Yeah, people underestimate how much y'all put in.
Dude,
because they just think okay, the restaurant opens and they start working then.
No, dude.
No.
No.
Yeah, because there's so much prep
before.
Yeah, he'll go in on some days and that's all he does is helping prep.
Yeah.
I mean, you got that prep. It's never ending.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just never ending.
Especially
try thinking how hard it is to cook for 2 people at home.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
That'll take an hour and a half just for 2 people at home.
I wish more
and
people.
And you're cooking for hundreds of people.
I wish more people would think that before they go into a restaurant.
Yeah. Well, it's because
dude, didn't we?
Why you gotta be such a dick?
Just fucking.
We talked about this last time. Is the reason
especially
people aren't
now, man. It's It's terrible.
The
It's
reason
terrible.
people aren't is because convenience is so readily available.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you don't have it? I'll fucking go to Popeyes and get a chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
They'll
please
be
do.
in minutes.
Please do.
That's
Like,
that, but
not
that's
what-
why
not
it's
the
like that.
You know, you pay for quality. You pay when you go inside and dine. You
It's an
paying for that
experience.
experience.
Yeah.
Like you're not there to, like certain restaurants. Yeah, they're turn and burn. Blah blah blah. You know, we're even our restaurant. We're not there to like. You're not gonna sit there and have lunch forever, but you can at the same time if
yeah.
you want.
Dude,
You
I
know,
went
have
in-
By the way, I had
drinks.
chicken and waffles at y'all's place like, I don't know, a year ago. Bro, y'all are doing something.
Dude, I went in
The
2
chicken and
Sundays
waffles
ago,
slap.
and I was
Okay,
gonna holler at
well,
you.
I wasn't. So I'm pretty new there now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Still,
I'm there.
well, they're doing good work before you
Ooh,
got there,
good,
and
good.
The freaking.
That's good to hear.
I went in 2 weeks ago, and Molly, you know Molly.
Malia.
Molly, she was at the
it's Molly, yeah, but that's okay.
Amalia.
Amalia.
She's our.
At the barista?
She's amazing.
How many times can we
she's
say it
Our
wrong?
bar rep, but
Okay,
she's
okay.
a
So
barista,
Dylan,
like, badass barista.
which is I guess they're engaged.
yes.
He used to work with me at Urban Swinery
Oh,
back in the
nice,
day, and so
nice.
I know. And so like, I was like,
Dylan's
oh my
awesome.
gosh. I was talking to her about it, and I think we had just followed each other on Instagram, and
Okay.
y'all were busting on Sunday, so I didn't want to be like, yo, is Chef here? You know, like, because I hate when
Man,
people are like
dude,
that on a Saturday
Sundays,
night,
it
bro.
gets- there's no way
Dude,
I'm gonna
if
be
somebody
able to
asks
step
for me
out.
on a Saturday night when I'm getting my dick kicked in on the
Dude.
line, bro, I'm not walking out. You know what I'm saying? So that's
No.
why I didn't say
You
anything.
got to stay on.
But everything was stupid. The grits insane, dude.
Dude, thank you.
The,
I actually take pride in my grits,
bro,
man.
the,
I like my grits.
I'm trying to
Some
think.
good,
grits
some good
and
stuff.
oatmeal.
That's-
Yeah,
Those
oh,
two
dude.
things are like
Well,
such a
people fuck up grits
water.
so
Yeah,
easily,
dude, it's so
they
bad.
can.
So
They can be
easily.
very watery
Oh my gosh, no flavor
or no flavor.
no flavor, dude.
You know.
But
I like
yeah,
you got to have the
everything was
butter. I'm a big believer in the
big
milk,
butter guy.
Buttery boy.
butter, some salt.
I'm a big chicken stock and cream,
you
dude.
I always put a little bacon fat or some kind of.
I knew there was bacon grease in there.
That's
I knew
the
it.
that's the
Yeah,
trick,
the key
man.
for sure.
The bacon fat. That's
Yeah.
what kicks it in, man.
Yeah, that shit
So-
was no.
When
joke,
I was a
dude.
kid, I used to see my dad collect grease or fat from like things,
Yep.
and I'm like, what
Mhm.
the hell? Is
Oh,
he
man,
doing?
if you-
Everything, dude.
My guys at work, it's like. I think it's embedded in their head now. They're like, save the bacon fat.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know,
You
you
got
got to
to.
save it. So,
Yeah.
like we're all like,
thing.
there's a point where I'm like, all right, maybe we should not save anymore. We got a
don't
lot
need
right
a
now.
12
you know?
quart of bacon fat in
But
the walk-in,
but
boys.
we use it. You know, some green beans. I use it in my gravy.
They start
Yeah.
using it as
you
like
know, I
They're
use
using
it.
it as lip
I
balm.
use
Their
it-
hands are getting dry
Yeah.
from washing their hands so much. Everybody's dipping their hands in bacon grease. Yeah.
Nice.
Nah, it's just
they
just
have like
lotion at
bacon
that
grease
point.
hand
Yeah,
sanitizer.
right. Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Why is this not drying?
Usually that shit goes
Staying
away.
lubed up.
Hell
Nice.
yeah, dude.
But yeah, we keep the bacon grease and mention that. Yeah, growing up, that was
yeah.
something my grandma had
Yeah.
right on the stove.
Yep, exactly.
Like in a little
Right in the
coffee
middle.
cup or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mason
It'd be-
jar rig right
or
in the
that,
middle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or it'd be
Some
like,
mason
what is
jars.
the yellow coffee can? That
The
is,
yellow. Oh.
It's like L whatever.
Cafe Bustelo.
Cafe Bustelo. It'd be
Oh,
like a
okay.
Cafe Bustelo or
Okay.
a Folgers, just right in the
Folgers.
middle.
That
Folgers.
Folgers tin
Folgers is
can,
the one.
bro.
That's my
Yeah.
That's that
grandpa.
OG.
Folgers all day from
Hell
my
yeah.
grandpa.
That's wild.
So where originally are you like born? Where are you born and raised? Where are you
So
from?
I'm from outside of Athens, Georgia, Colbert, Georgia. Just a little small town, man, in the woods, or sticks, or country, redneck,
Whatever you wanna call it.
Deep in the
call
sticks.
Deep in the
but you know, it's not like deep, but it is country, you know.
yeah.
I love it. When I go home, I'm like, man, you know, the trees is quiet.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that
I
like
love
somewhere
it.
you want to retire?
You know, I'm honestly, I would like to go to the mountains, man. But yeah, in the woods,
Kentucky, bro.
like if
Bro,
that's like
Montana, bro.
ultimate for me is retiring somewhere in the mountain, like or at least close by.
Yeah.
You know, but definitely somewhere in the woods, a little off. But I like the city, man. I like to be a little close to a downtown
Dude,
area.
Kentucky's perfect.
There's
Very
spots
true.
that's out
Kentucky's
there.
That's why
perfect because you're like
Pensacola's so
30
nice.
minutes away from the mountains.
Yeah.
Like if you get the right spot, you're
Yeah.
like 20 minutes from the city, like 30 minutes from the mountains. Like you're right
It's
in
like
that
right in
sweet
the-
spot.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
It's nice.
See, that's
and you're still living in hilly area.
yeah,
Yeah.
But you can
yeah.
see mountains off, and you're like,
This is it.
Heck
That-
yeah,
that's a
that's
weekend right
right.
there.
And I'm a big water person, so I'm like, man,
The river, bro.
River,
River or the lake.
big old
What
lake.
are we,
or
old
something.
people?
Who said lake?
Yeah, you
Who
said
said
lake.
lake? Let's go coffee. I'm here for it. Yeah,
Lake in the cigar,
Shit.
cup of coffee,
Don't tempt me with a good time.
scotch.
Gosh, man.
Sounds like heaven to me.
Yeah, right. What more you want?
Dude, I think the lake is like all ages though. I love tubing when I'm a kid, like being pulled behind a boat or tubing in a river.
Dude, big tube guy.
See, man, that was the thing. Going camping,
Just
my
lazy
grandparents,
river.
they still have a camper, Highland Springs, Franklin Springs, Highlands. What is the name of that? Old Corundum
Highlands
Mill Site Campground. So it's right on the Calisasia River. It's not this huge river, but it's a nice river. A lot of people camp up and down it. It's North Carolina, and so my grandpa has a camper that like just stays there. They pay for it, stays there year round. It's like pretty much there, and then so we're able to go up there and enjoy it. It's really nice. So we grew up going tubing down the rivers and
the vacation spot.
Man, yeah. I had a great childhood. I must say, for sure. My family they were loving, treated me well, for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. That's like my childhood. Our spot was Montana. We go to Montana like twice a year.
So I've never been there, but I've heard nothing but good things.
My grandparents had a spot up there. And
every time I hear it's just amazing.
Dude, like Bozeman, which is where you fly into, is kind of like the city area. And then you take like a 2-hour drive from Bozeman to where we stay. It was called Big Sky. And it's like kind of one of those like tucked away spots that it's starting to get bigger now, but it was like one of those not many people knew about for the winter and summer type stuff. So you get to the mountain like during winter and there would be like nobody on the mountain. So you have like
That's
over
like
120 like so nobody knew about it. And that was our thing for the summer and winter. And during the summer we'd go up and like tube or fly fish and hike and all this shit. And like that place to this day is one of those places where like I could just be peaceful. Like just whenever I'm done with everything and just settle down there and just be cool. Like there's something to do all year round. It's like the most peaceful thing. Like, dude, I was like 12 years old, like waking up drinking tea out on the balcony. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Bro, what are you doing? But it's like awesome. You know?
Exactly, man.
It's like there's no reason I should be feeling this way at 12 years old. But
that's
whatever.
life right there.
You're like reflecting on life. You're like, man, 10 was a hard age.
It was
but you're
so
just
hard.
sipping on coffee.
2 years ago.
Like,
shit like that, dude. Oh, I love it.
Shit. Time flies, man. It feels like 2 years ago.
So did you you were just down in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Did you get to check out any sweet spots down there?
I didn't really go like food wise. I ate at this place called Sandwich in Little Havana. Like I had to go.
Is that like sangria and sandwiches?
That is cute.
It's gotta be.
I said, is that like sangria and sandwiches mixed?
Oh, I don't know. Sandwich. It's that or just the way they just didn't know how to
spell it.
They're like, I don't know. It's cute. It's like Cuban, Latina. I don't know.
Or they bought sandwich, but they got sandwich or whatever, and they're like, fuck it, throw it up. They're like, I thought you said this, man.
Yeah, I like that accent.
Oh, I played. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I've seen some movies.
I've seen some movies.
But yes, I went there. Super dope place. Like it was very traditional. Their bread, you could tell their bread. They probably got some local bakery. They just had the system down. Yeah. It was packed out.
Oh yeah.
I think we got there right at the right time because as soon as we got there, people were coming up. They had this outside window. They were like, it's just like maybe 20, 25 seats in there. But they won some kind of award. I took a picture of it. I can't even remember. I haven't posted anything. But, yeah, it's very traditional. But I remember, like, the pork, though, besides the ham, the cheese, pickle, mustard, whatever, the bread, the way they toasted it was, like, super crispy, but it was, like, no color. It was, like, no, like, they still pressed it and it was warm, but it was like slow. It was like low and slow to where it wasn't like browned. It was still like, but it was like crispy and soft at the same time.
It's like super low temp press or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I remember distinctly that was really cool to me. And then the pork, the flavor of it was just, I don't know, it was almost like mojo style.
Isn't it wild that, like, dude, meat's been around and all the seasonings have been around.
Yeah.
But you can go somewhere and you're like, I've never tasted anything like this.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like what's wild to think about in our industry, it's like everything's pretty much been done before. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry to say, but there's nothing that I'm going to come up with as a special that's going to be original. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody somewhere has done it. Yeah. You know? Like, so basically now we're just trying to find little niche things that we can change to be like, okay, this is what makes us what makes it ours, or why, using some kind of ingredient that you haven't seen before.
It's almost like country music, man. A lot of that shit sounds the same.
Add a snare drum right there.
But it's like, what are we going to talk about that somebody hasn't talked about?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, fuck. We already did the album about the dog.
We did the country road one.
Damn.
We did the bed of the truck thing. I don't know where to go.
I mean, I've only been on those 3 things with my dog. Yeah. So it's like,
what do you do? Awesome. Yeah. But you know what, too? Also, you can do the same ingredients and stuff, but cook it a different way, or
preparation wise or method.
Preparation. Can you talk preparation?
Preparation.
Preparation. You can do some different stuff, and it just tastes different. You know, cooking it longer.
Honestly, that's
different temperature,
or brine it, or like
brining it, or something. You know,
press.
Honestly, I feel like that's what we're trying to reach for. Is just like we just keep trying different shit to like figure something out. You know what I'm saying?
That's why chefs are like kind of insane, and we're like
very psycho.
Awesome, and we just like always looking for, nothing's gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, and to other people, like, oh my God, that's the best. That's the best. We're like, it's all right.
Dude, you know what? He does that. I do that shit all the time when I cook,
but
and I'm like, I'm telling him
to be like to do better and better and better and better.
Everything I've cooked for him, he's like, bro, or not everything. I didn't mean it like that, but I'm like, or even when we had Some People Suck Fest, which was like we had a bunch of homies that were guests the podcast come over, and like I did like a whole day of cooking pretty much, like did a bunch of shit, and like every dish I was like, okay, that could have been better. I could have done this.
Yeah. I don't know that.
And he was, and everybody's
everything's
like, bro, everything was
so
fucking
good.
Stupid. But it's like,
and
one
it
of those
probably
things,
was fucking awesome.
It's like one of those things you're gonna beat yourself up over it because you're like, no, that could have been better. I could have done.
And it's
this
even
different.
worse when you know people. You're like,
you know what?
I kind of wanted to do this, but you know
what it's similar to is like if you were like a director in a film, and then you showed us a film, and we're idiots and we like YouTube videos, but you showed us like a Martin Scorsese film, like that high quality, and we're like, man, that fucking ripped, dude. And then you're like, yeah, but you see how he turned his hand there?
Yeah. You see
I
the
fucking hate that.
shot.
I can't see
nothing
but his hand turning the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, man, those tomatoes could have been different.
It's a constant battle. And I feel like a lot of it's in our heads because we're just like beating ourselves up over it.
You know what I think I love?
Because we created that.
Yeah.
We thought it. We made it.
And you want it to be
the absolute best thing anybody's ever had.
Exactly what you think. Like when I think of a dish, I'm like, okay, I know exactly how it's supposed to look and how it's supposed to taste. And then when it comes out and it's not that way, I'm like, fuck. Man.
That's the hardest part of being a chef. And then sometimes I think about like, okay, art, painting. You mess up something painting, you just paint over it, white, boom.
Also, you have like unlimited time painting.
But when you're cooking, dude,
it's like
and creating art and dishes and plate, you overcook something, you over brine it, or a little too much sugar or something. It's just fucked. It's just you're screwed.
Yeah.
You know, and that's throwing money there. That's just boom.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you just throwing money away.
Yeah, shit you can't get
you know.
back,
So it's just like being a chef as an artist, creating, being a perfectionist is hard.
I think that's why Maddie, as like a mass public figure, I think that's what's so attractive about him is like he'll do things on the fly for like Just a Dash or like what is that new one where he's like I mean, he has so many freaking shows. It's hard to keep up.
Something's cooking.
Something's cooking.
Yeah.
So like he'll throw something together in front of like a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
Like he'll just like make burgers or something right there on the fry, and he's like, "Whoops, added too much salt, but that's fine. We're just gonna roll with it." And it's like, I think that's what's so appealing about him is he's like,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
we can
no
make
faults.
a mistake, and I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah. And that's
But
too.
and to them dudes when they have it, it's like the best thing they've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think.
You know?
Oh yeah, it's all like a mind fuck.
Yeah.
It's all a mind thing.
Like y'all
I
are your
think
biggest
that-
critiques.
I think that level of like,
Or
okay,
critics.
it's fine, is honestly the most peaceful thought a chef could ever have.
It's
Is like getting to
liberating,
the
right?
level of being like, nope, fuck it, let's ride.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the
Don't
highest
stub
level
your toe
of
on
inner
this
peace
because you got shit coming up.
you could
And
ever have.
I
you know?
think that's kind of where when you as an that's what an executive chef does. When you're like able to just be like,
We'll
oh,
make it
I
work.
did this. Oh, all right, we're gonna do this. Just like
Make
that.
it work.
That
Yeah.
quick, you
Yeah.
know. Not like, oh well, we're just screwed. We're just gonna 86 it, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like no, actually, we can.
That's
just
got to
use this
come with
instead.
experience.
And it does.
Oh,
It's trial and error.
Yeah, because
trial and
you
error.
know where to pivot. You're like,
Yeah.
well, that's got to
Also-
turn into
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Also, dude, I don't think a lot of people realize like the whole like running a kitchen thing is like, yeah, it's a lot about food. It's a lot about, you know, coming up with food and like doing all this kind of shit. But 95% of the job is working with people.
You know,
like
yes.
seriously, it's like learning how to.
You're talking about
Get
the
a
kitchen
group of-
staff?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like
Yes.
learning how this
The-
entire group of people can. be
Yeah,
on
the
same-
symbiotic relationship of
That-
How
everybody
do you
and
make it work?
has to work.
I'm
Yeah.
learning now is actually that right. Okay, obviously being a chef, being young, I'm only 6 months in being executive chef of my first like restaurant.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and it's been going great.
Well, you got
I've
high
been-
praise for
I've
those
been-
6
I've been-
months. People are like,
Yeah, dude, I'm so grateful, and it pushes me. I'm like, oh,
Oh, I know.
I got
Yeah.
when
I
I
know
got
you're
I got
stoked,
some
dude.
dinner.
a lot of
stuff
people in the
coming.
city are behind
I'm
you,
like,
bro.
Okay. I'm like, all right. And, you know, I want to keep showing. I want to keep moving, creating, and inspire people to, like,
Yeah.
you know, this dude's, you know, I'm
Yeah.
not from here. I've been
Yeah.
here eight years, you know, so if I can come in here and kind of I just work, and people know that. It's not like, yeah, I kind of put myself out there as well, but like I'm just like I help people out. I work. I'm curious, you know, and I just have a thing for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I can't even. I lost my train of thought. Got talking all.
I think it was
tongue
because
down.
you were saying like you're new, fresh.
But
into
yeah,
it,
so
yeah.
my being a new. That's the hardest thing to people. We're talking about people.
yeah.
Like it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do was right now is try to get other people to do what's you talking about. It's hard for you to get people or to get yourself to do something. Get other people to do what's in your head. That's even harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
So
I can't
you're
even
beating
imagine.
yourself up over this dish, but somebody else making that dish. Imagine how you
Oh,
know.
yeah,
but you
dude.
obviously got to be
Expressive in
you
the
know,
way
and
that you-
humble and just coach and
Yeah.
when it is beautiful and nice and perfect, you better tell them
Yeah.
every single
very true.
time.
You don't praise
I don't
people
care
enough.
if it's 2 or 3 plates behind each other. You
Yeah.
tell them every time, oh, that was perfect,
Yeah.
beautiful plate. So every time I see a perfect plate or beautiful plate and they plate wipe without me asking or whatever, I'm like, awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome, perfect. You know, because I can be a little bit tough to work with, because I'm a little bit OCD. I'm very clean. I will tell you, stop. I don't care what ticket's working. You take this moment and clean your station before you do anything you're about to do.
Yeah.
You know, and that can kind of get a little bit frustrating. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like got
I
tickets,
got
and then now
20
you got to
tickets
clean.
hanging or whatever.
You know,
That was
but
gonna be-
it just teaches you, and it's how I was taught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you really watch me
It's
when
good
I work,
habits.
I'm clean.
Yeah.
I'm clean, and I'm
Well,
very fashion efficient.
That's the thing, dude, is like, especially in kitchens too, you can never be too clean. Like that's
You-
never.
Yeah, it's
like,
hard
you
to be
can
super perfect clean.
Like,
It's not going to
You're
be
not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to attain.
But
that,
you can
like,
kinda-
level.
Also, people have different
control-
levels
Yeah,
of
for
clean.
sure.
how
for sure.
Yeah.
you can't, you know, just some of your prep over here and your other prep over there, and it's like you're done with it, but then you had that pitcher still got whatever in it, you know.
got onion scraps,
just get rid of
so.
it, you know.
Yeah.
Like let somebody else got to be like, is somebody who's is this?
This your cutting
you know,
board,
like
dog?
is this who's cutting board? Like nobody should ever, as a cohesive team, should have to ask that. It should be automatic.
Yeah.
Do your project, completely clean it, reset. Do your next project. Completely clean it, reset. Do your next project. Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how it should be. Yeah.
For this to be the first time I've ever met you, I get like a calm demeanor from you. So I'm curious how you can be an executive chef. Like obviously you have the skill, but how are you able to like turn it on?
You yell at motherfuckers.
I don't.
In a very polite way, I'm asking, like,
not
how are you able to get people like rally?
I don't know. So Alex
like if you're
McPhail-
down and you're like, fuck, we are really not doing well right now. I need guys to fucking let's turn this on.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you get that way. It's I don't know, just your tone.
Is it like when you step in the kitchen, you feel a different vibe? Like you're like,
oh yeah,
like pride is on the line. Like this is my heart in here.
Because when people eat, they don't think about the guy that's frying the food. They think about the chef.
Yeah,
you know, the chef messed this up.
100%,
Oh,
yeah, 100%.
this excuse me. This burger's overcooked, man. The chef must not be good. What is he doing? Like this place sucks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like no, it's not, dude. I'm like, I can tell people, I can show people, or not me, I should say, chefs can show people. We can, you know, do all the things right, but it's literally up to the individual if they want to really like take that on and just like
Actually do it.
You know, because you know, if you're hired on, I hired you. I know you're capable. You know, I hired you for a reason. You know, I think that you're going to be able to do what I ask in a timely manner, and that's what we kind of hope for, I guess. But
you gotta hope that they want to put out a product
exactly
at a high level or
don't
a
serve
good standard.
something that you wouldn't eat.
Yeah,
you know, and why not?
Some people don't have that vibe though.
And why not? Why not put something in the window? You just kind of like, dang, that looks good. You know, like why not want to feel like that?
Yeah, because then you can brag like, I work at Polonza or I work at this place, and then people are gonna know like the quality there is like top notch, and then they'll be like
to bring that. I want people to be like,
See,
dang, I want to
the
kind of
thing.
go work there. And
It's weird because now, like my generation, I'm 22,
nice,
but my
nice.
generation is
So
like
you're
23 on November
24
5th.
when it really.
But
23
like,
on November 5th.
the 5th.
Nice.
He's
The
got
5th.
it. But like that's the thing is like I feel like as far as my generation, the people that are my age, they don't really take as much pride in work as it used to be. Do you know what I'm
That
saying?
is very true.
Nowadays.
It's like-
Everything's fast, like
Very true.
instant gratification. So if it ain't happening
it's-
right now,
And it sucks because like
That's
now
going away.
trying to find people trying to find people that are around my age that would like to put in the time to like put out a quality piece of whatever it is, it's hard to find now.
And that's why you're gonna shine. Cause that's why you're gonna outgrow the other people. Like when you're young like that, and you're like, that was the same way with me. I was young.
Yeah.
When you're young, when you got that kind of mindset, it's like keep yourself separate from the other people. Like keep that. Just know what's right, what's wrong.
Right.
Keep working hard.
Right.
Because you're right, man. People do not. They want instant gratification. They want instant just success without the work. You know, you got to work hard, man. Those people that are,
they'll see you, and just because you look young, I mean, you're 32. You said you are
32.
young.
Yeah,
they're gonna see you being an executive chef and be like, "That shit happened overnight for him."
Yeah,
No.
bro,
Hey,
you don't
no, it
see
didn't.
the,
You didn't see the
the
16 years, and even the years before that when I was growing up with my mom. And
that's
like
all
everyone.
counted. That's all counted.
But they don't see that. They're just
Yeah.
like, he looks young. Why is this burger messed up? Or like,
Yeah.
why isn't this right
Automatically
now?
associate
Why is it
that
taking this
to-
long? I just walked in. Like, fucking sit down and get a drink.
Yeah, chill the fuck out. You know.
Enjoy the people you're with.
It's been a ride lately in the service industry, man.
Bro.
Man.
Dude, I can't even imagine
Oh,
like
man.
the
For
the
stuff
people
you
in
guys
the
have to
back,
do.
dude. Say it again,
It's been a ride.
Jesus. I'm like, I don't know how y'all's hiring situation is right now.
Oh my god!
I don't know if you'd like to talk about that, but let me just tell you.
You know what? I'm gonna say though, for the record, the crew that I have now, I'm gonna just shout out to them. Everyone that I got there now, this is the best crew Polonza probably has ever had.
Wow.
Ever. The 11 years they've been there, I probably put money on that.
Yeah.
And there are people, young, a couple older guys I worked with before, but I feel most comfortable with this is the first time I actually had a full, so this week, starting next week, when everybody's all like from vacation and other people done quit their other jobs and stuff to be on full time with me. Next week would be the very first time in 6 months that I actually had a very first crew.
Yeah.
That's
like
like
an actual full
crew that I can
dope.
actually start being a chef and not
man.
like,
Bro.
You're gonna
you
start
know.
blooming even better. Dude.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the thing.
I
Like,
don't think people understand, like,
but
not
it's been
having.
so hard
Bro.
finding good people, and it was honestly up until recently. I'm like, this is impossible.
know.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Dude,
do.
it's
And then next
crazy.
thing you know, people are like, oh, I'm coming on full time, and I hired a couple other good people that are coachable and they're or at least are
Wanting to be.
team oriented.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is, everyone that I've hired, it's like no bad blood.
Good.
There's like no
No
kind of
tainted
weird
vibes.
negative.
Yeah.
I can't even talk.
Negative.
Negativity. But I'm just so excited. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, dude.
But
Dude,
but
we're
yeah,
stoked
so
for
there's
you, bro.
none of
That's
that. There's
exciting.
none of that. And you
Yeah.
know, I try to keep it. I want it to be tamed. I don't want
Yeah.
bad
Chaos.
vibes, you know. And you know, you can tell when everybody's kind of upset. We're just quiet.
Or on, yeah. On,
Yeah.
You know, and I'd rather that and you just focus and do the job rather than just be all pissed off and talking shit to each
or
other,
slinging
you know.
stuff.
Yeah. So, and honestly, I was saying earlier, I kind of picked a lot of that calmness from Alex Maffel from Iron. Working there 5 years, being in that open kitchen, man.
Bro.
That was different.
How
to
was
me.
your experience there? Like,
Oh
how?
my god, I loved it. That is
I love
one
Alex.
of that is the best job that I had up until becoming a chef.
Yeah.
You know, as you know, other places I worked up. Every place I've been to, I worked up to sous chef. Eventually,
Yeah.
sous chef. If I was there long enough,
Yeah.
I was going to be.
Yeah.
I was going to be a sous chef, kitchen manager. You're going to make me something. I'm going to work for it, you know. And so I end up becoming a sous chef there. And just, I don't know, he's so calm. He can get shit done. You know, you can't just be yelling at people when man, there's been times where things are just like, oh, this, you know, people are paying hella money there.
Oh, yeah.
And when things are just crumbling, or at least we feel like it's crumbling. It might not seem like it.
Yeah.
But we just, I don't know, you just got to kind of like, yo, you know, let's just get, I don't know, you got to say something without just yelling and
Do you
saying
have a
the
go-to
F word.
That's the
saying?
thing with
You know,
open
it's
kitchens
hard.
too, bro.
You
Like,
know, it's hard.
because Urban was like our window was open, like a whole open window, and it was like a shotgun style kitchen, right? So everything
Oh,
ran along.
okay.
So as you walked by in the back
Oh,
door,
I love Urban.
Yeah.
Man.
yeah. So with everything going on like that, dude, you can't like just start yelling at
Yeah,
people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like you're calling tickets or whatever, and like
It just
you
looks
gotta,
bad, and you can't
Yeah,
do
you
that
can't
for
just be
business.
Yelling
No.
at people on a Friday
No,
night, you know,
no.
like it's like
You're like, hey, what the fuck are you
yeah,
doing?
you going on that fucking, you know, like
Whose
so-
fucking potatoes are these?
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
shit like that, man.
You're boiling over.
Which is why
Fucking idiot.
which is why I love that place, because I felt like it was such a good, like, it was a good thing because at the end of the day, if there was problems, you could always talk it out, you know, and like get
Yeah,
it figured out
yeah.
and just be like, all right, we fucked up this. Okay,
Yeah.
let's figure this shit out. But like in the moment, everybody, if there's something going down, everybody's got their head down and everybody's busting their shit out.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, as long as we get through service and we can, you know, make these people happy, we can talk about it after. But let's get this shit done till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whatever the fuck it is. Let's get our shit done and get the fuck up out of here. So we
Yep.
can, you know, like, Then everybody huddle up after it and be like, all right, we need to do this better. We need to do this better.
And that's
you
the
know?
thing is you can't wear your heart on your sleeve in the kitchen. You got to kind of be tough. You got to be, don't take it personal. At the end of the day, we're just people are walking in to pay for food and to pay for an experience. So we need to deliver on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So regardless of how you feeling, your girlfriend, your dog, or whatever money issue you got going on, check it at the door.
Yeah, and shine tonight.
Yeah.
And just, what do you want to do? What do you want to be?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what do you want to be? What you here for? What are you there for?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Motivationally speaking.
besides
Yeah,
money,
for real, though.
besides
what do you
money,
want to be
Yeah.
remembered
Yeah.
tonight?
Oh, yeah. Dude.
But for real, what do you don't go. Some people, I guess, just go to work, but I don't go to work. That's a career.
Yeah.
That's like
And I don't
my
think
life.
a lot of
are
people look
passionate
at it
about
that
it.
way. Yeah.
You care.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people care.
You can make it.
Their head somewhere else.
You now 23. That's your career. That's not just a job.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that's my job. That's a career. You can make a living. You can make an honest living, an awesome living.
Yeah.
And decent money if you do it right. It's fucking hard and unrewarding a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of
lot.
the time it's not rewarding.
But-
I'm not gonna lie.
In the end game, ultimately, like it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I mean-
you can get there. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you know what you had to do to get there.
Yeah.
And like, who gives a fuck if anybody else really sees that? Because nobody is gonna see that.
No.
Nobody
Yeah.
sees like you're talking about.
No.
The 16 years before or whatever. Like nobody's gonna see me at 4 years old cooking pots
No,
of water.
no,
on
no.
you know what I'm saying?
They hear
Like,
you talk about it
nobody-
and stuff, but yeah,
but nobody was there through all that shit. So it's like,
exactly.
yeah, dude.
So
I feel like this kind of breed of, I guess, being passionate about something like that, like that I guess this specific industry maybe because it's not rewarding, like you're talking about. It's not right off rip.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
a dying
internally
thing,
It turns
rewarding.
people
which
away.
sucks.
Yeah.
It really
which I
does.
hate because I would I hate the thought of the passion and the love that I feel for food and stuff like that to
But-
die.
Then I think about like how and why. What can happen to make people interested in being a chef?
Dude,
That's the
I
question.
think it has to be instilled. Like, both of you guys have such similar stories. Like, grew up cooking with his family, didn't go to school, went to a little bit of school, and then realized I can learn it in kitchen. Sounds like very similar to you, right?
Mhm.
So it sounds like it's something that's instilled young. Like,
yeah.
you're reflecting on who you respect. Like, obviously, it's a parent type figure.
Yeah.
So like, you're so little, and you're like, well, this person has led me this far in life, and it's like, this is what they like. I like doing this with this person, and then it becomes something you like.
True. That is
I
very
think
true.
So
also-
like, a lot of people are like gonna be that way with TikTok. There's gonna
Exactly.
be no chefs. There's gonna be like,
Just influencers.
come here, let me show you how to TikTok.
Influencers.
Yeah, oh my
Dude,
God,
seriously,
TikTok,
it's social
man.
media influencers.
And that's-
There's
now.
an
and-
Like,
island boy.
And that's the thing too. Like, and I was yelled at,
Oh my God,
and
oh, yeah.
cussed at by chefs and stuff, and like
Yeah.
you can't even do that now. You can't. And
Oh, bro.
I mean, I don't want to do that. It's
Yeah.
kind of unnecessary. But that's the kind of chefs you kind of. I don't know where the switch flipped to where now it's like.
I don't get it. Dude.
Yeah, how
Oh,
do those
no.
people adjust?
Yeah,
And that's the
dude.
thing now. It's like, so you kind of, being a chef is hard. You kind of need that little bit of like,
You gotta have,
that
like, a
grit,
Yeah, but you
like,
can also earn respect different ways. Like, you respect the head chef at Iron, right?
oh, 100%.
Because he stayed calm even in the
Yeah.
harshest of weathers,
But
right?
that's the
Yeah.
thing
But
is-
you earned the respect because he was able to be like that even when it was bad.
Yes.
So, like, you don't necessarily have to be harsh.
No, you don't. And
I
that's
mean,
prime
you
example.
feel like,
It's prime example that
Yeah.
you don't have to. And then you just everybody's different. My owner, or not my owner, our owner at Polonza, she's an amazing woman, and like she's been like kind of mentoring me a little bit. Kind of like she's a veteran teacher, amazing teacher. She's a people person, so it's kind of she's kind of helping me learn how to be presentable, and then like how not even presentable, how to get with get on each person's level,
Yeah.
almost personally, to get the best out of them.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on with her. Is like, you can't just be this one chef.
Yeah.
You can't.
And
You can't have this
expect
one personality, and you're just like, and you're this. You got to be like, how many people you have on your team. That's how many chefs you got to be.
You can't expect everybody to be on the same personality.
No,
as you.
no.
You have to like
kind of
people
bend and mold and
people use this term in a bad way typically, but you have to be like a chameleon.
Yeah.
You have to change the shade that
yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
You have to meet people where they're at.
You're not being fake or anything.
Yeah.
You're doing your job. You're getting on their level, and that's how you get through to people. And that's really like how you like get people interested.
Yeah.
Like I said, of course, I have my moments where I know I get under the skin. I know I'm aggravating, but at the end of the day, I'm like just trying to make you better. I'm just trying to show you the right way. I know you're getting your ass kicked. I know you're busy. I know this and that. And this person accidentally hit that knob and burnt your shit. I know that, but you can still wipe this station, but you can still get your line sweep. You can still get that ticket out a little bit quicker. I understand that, but you can still do better.
Yeah.
Always. And
It's
that's simply all I want you to understand. If you can just leave me like working with me and just know like I respect you as a human being, as an employee human being. I'm just, as a chef, you're working with me and we're just trying to make you better so you're a chef.
Yeah.
And doing what I'm doing right now, trying to make somebody else better and quicker and inspire them to, do some great to be better,
Yeah. I think that's a lost thing in the kitchen too. It's like at the end of the day, you're just trying to be better. But not everybody sees it that way. It's just like, all right, let's get in, bust our shit out, and get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but a lot of people view it as this is just a job. I'm just trying to get to the next job.
A lot of people now, it's just a paycheck.
So you got to find people young like this that are investing and care about the craft.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's been so difficult.
And not just too like chefs. We're a lot of cooks and stuff are gritty and got some gnarly, some stuff. Whether it's prison or and it's. You can't ever judge a book by its cover. I work with some great people that's been through some crazy shit, but you kind of gotta have your head on. Yeah, you need to have your head on a little bit. You can't be fucking off. Oh, I'm a chef. Yeah, I'm gonna go out and drink. Yeah, people know me from going out and drink a little bit and stuff. I have fun, I like to do that, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta get up early or like, I might be out trash, but I'm still getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And when I show up. I don't call out. Oh, I'm sick. No. Like I know what I did. I'm a grown man. Yeah. You
I'm gonna take my licks.
Yeah, you accept it. Like it's like. When you make the decision to go do that, it's like, all right, this might suck tomorrow morning, but I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna do it. Like,
I'm making the decision now to make it happen, and that's one thing about the kitchen too. I feel like that's kind of always been like a thing as far as working in kitchens is like you're gonna have like gnarly dudes, motherfuckers in there, and
it's like a little challenge. And sometimes I'm like, maybe I can, when you make somebody like that, kind of like on a. Yeah. That's been through some stuff and inspire them to like clean up.
Yeah.
And like,
because you're setting an example they want to follow.
Yeah. That's like inside. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah. It's not that you're saying I'm better than you, but chef, it's like, look, if you do what I'm doing, you can be in this position.
Besides being a chef, like as a human being, that's really awesome. Yeah.
And you're getting to do both.
And that's what that's what a chef can do. Yeah, we can inspire these people and like
help people,
and we're creating art and we're creating like this like love in a way that because people love food. That's all connected, and people are coming in, and you feed them this amazing food, and it takes them back to their childhood. That's love, you know.
Yeah. That's a connection you can't break, bro.
And I've told him this before too. Is like there's an odd, and I know that there's there's this kind of feeling in other industries as well, but if you meet somebody that works in a kitchen, like, doesn't matter where you're at or what kitchen they work in, if you know they work in a kitchen, you're automatically bonded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Because you know, like,
we just had a funny conversation similar to this in the kitchen,
I-
before you got here. So, like, if he meets somebody that's doing what he's doing, like cooking, right? And they're like, yo, I cook too. And I'm like, I'm trying to get good at this. I related it to you with whiskey,
oh yeah,
right? So, like, you can respect that because they have a passion about food, right? I do jujitsu. So, like, people will be like, bro, I do karate too. And it's like, well, that's a little different.
yeah.
But it's like, my industry, it's like they're...
Psychopath.
What? Huh? They got the name you said?
No, I said they're psychopaths.
We're all a little psycho.
Yeah, they can be a little off kilter, you know?
Yeah.
But in
I wanna
your
learn how to
industry,
kill
if they're...
people.
Because they'll be like, yo, I get in street fights all the time, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's different than what I'm doing.
Okay.
But, like, cooking, it's like, y'all can respect somebody that's doing
Yeah,
it because they're trying to put in an effort.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And
If
it's
you're
the-
fighting somebody in Walmart parking lot, you're not putting in much
Yeah,
effort. You're
no.
just like, what's up, dude?
Yeah. But it's like one of those things too. It's like that for sure, but also it's
that-
like, I know you've been through some shit and I've been through some shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
we can relate
I know where
on
you
some...
I know you've been through some gnarly stuff.
Yeah,
So like,
exactly.
and that's another thing too, like the whole love thing, bro. It's like I would do a lot of shit for the people that I work with. Like my family at Global Grill, like that's like my second family, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what
out
it is.
of-
It is
out
a
of,
family.
like,
You
the
s-
couple good homies that I have outside of work, those dudes, and you know, like those people there, bro. I would die for those people.
Yeah,
because I
man.
love them
It's-
so much.
You
know?
have
Like,
to.
I've been there for-
You have to go to war with the. Pretty much that's what Alex McPhail would tell us. You got to go to war.
Yeah.
You got to be
This is
ready.
your
Go to
peop-
war
this
with
is your people you're going to war with.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. So you got to have each other's six.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We might be bumping dicks and elbows all night, but you know.
Yeah, that's kitchen.
That's about
man.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you got to have the team. You got to love each other. You see them. You see people at work. Probably more than
Oh yeah.
people at home.
Oh yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah.
I always
sure.
have. So
Yeah.
just comes with it, man.
I heard that.
At what point when you were, I assume iron is where you felt like you made the most growth?
Yeah,
of the way
yeah.
that you
Well, moving here, right when I moved here, like 8 years ago, I moved here. I was sous chef at Pensacola Country Club, and I was there for a while with the Shane Taylor, badass. That dude's badass, motherfucker. Him and Alex McPhail, definitely the top dogs I've ever worked with, and I've learned tremendous things from them. All fine dining. Learned a lot of like catering and weddings and stuff like that with Shane. With Alex was more like real intricate, using more high end quality products and stuff like that. So that's real nice. But
That's kind of
Yeah,
tight. You've gotten to see both. You know, you've seen like huge volume, but you've also seen this really intimate
oh man,
setting,
yeah,
you know?
even bigger. Before I moved here, when I was 18, I started at Center Stage Catering in Athens. It's this classic center, big center, big. They hold all kind of shit,
Like banquet hall type
yeah.
shit. Yeah,
And we would cater 500. So the biggest one we ever did was 1,500 people for the UGA Touchdown Club.
Holy
And they do that every year at Classic Center. They hold this big banquet thing for the football players, and they do this award ceremony.
Yeah.
For the UGA, 1,500 people, man, crazy. So it's
gracious,
like
dude.
That is crazy.
two catering companies that handle it, do it, but like these two catering companies are owned by like the same people.
Yeah.
You know, so you have help, but man,
imagine, bro.
it was crazy. So I've done stuff like that when I was younger. I seen, so I kind of got my hands in some stuff. You know,
That's the one thing about like Global is I feel like we're in this weird spot, which is a good thing to be in, I guess. But it's like we're at a point where we're trying to do like 300 cover nights, right? On like Fridays and Saturdays. We're trying to do these crazy numbers. but we're also trying to put out this food that's like
really
fucking
nice.
top line. Like,
that's really hard.
And like that's why it's
if
like
you ain't
such
got like a whole fucking army,
That's what I'm saying.
that ain't happening.
Yeah, yeah. It's like no half
like
army.
sorry,
We got half an army.
So
you know what I'm saying?
And the beauty of it though, if you can execute that real well,
yeah.
like if you can find those little things that you can make fine,
Yeah.
but mass produce,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
kudos.
dude.
Hell
But it's
yeah.
like that's why it's such a not chaotic, but it's just a constant. It's a constant struggle.
It's not
of,
smooth like you want it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit more of a struggle to
because
produce.
like if you go into iron, right? That's what they do. They do intricate, very intimate, small, small.
The way
room.
they control the seating
Exactly.
and stuff. Yeah.
Now you come into global and it's like, okay, we're seating 140 people at 5:30. Okay, get ready for all the shit. It's like shit. Like it's
That's
this
tough.
weird spot we're trying to put ourselves in.
Yeah.
And like I think it's a good thing because
Y'all are doing great things over there, man. Y'all
I think
crush
it's a good thing.
Like
but,
I love it. I love it. Every time I've
well,
been
I
there.
appreciate it, man. That means a lot.
people. Every time people talk about it, global. Y'all crushing
dude.
it.
Shit. It's all we've been there for I don't know how long now, 15 years or something like that.
Nice.
Frankie T's been there, but
Yeah.
But
I hear he's a cool dude.
yeah, man. He's the guy who. I mean, I got in there when I was 17 as like a busser, and then told him like, hey, man, like
So you've been there a minute.
Yeah, I've been there almost 6 years now. Yeah,
Damn.
been there almost 6 years. That was my first job out of like I went in high school. I worked at the mall that's how I met this motherfucker. We worked in the mall together.
Nice.
And then from there I got offered. I was working as a busser on the weekends and shit at Global, and then I told Frank I was like, yo, I kind of want to learn. Like I like really like the food stuff. I was like, I want to learn. So I like basically went in a couple weekends and just like learned how to prep, like just for free, just to kind of see what was going on.
Man.
And then he offered me like a full-time prep job after I graduated high school. And
That's
so
perfect.
from the mall,
I
went
wish I
straight
could find
into
somebody
that.
like that, bro.
But that's
I
the
would
thing.
love that. That's like prime.
It's
Yeah,
got to be
dude.
somebody that's
That's
passionate
prime.
about
But
it,
that's
though.
the thing.
That's
It's
true.
like-
You gotta be passionate, and you are.
That's
if
the
you
thing.
can find a passionate kid right out
Yeah.
of high school,
Bro.
prep all
Yeah,
day.
dude. And that's what it was. It
Yes.
was like, yo, I'll be here, an hour after you get here or whatever. But like, when I get here, I'm going to show you all the shit that I know because I want you, and that's
Yeah,
basically,
yeah,
he
yeah.
took me under his wing right off rip and was
Nice.
like, all right, let's fucking, bust some shit
And
out.
that's good, man. It's good. Not everybody's lucky like that, though.
That's yeah. I mean, I
Like
was,
you said that earlier. You're right. Not everybody's lucky to have that.
and I
And
think,
I always got real lucky
yeah.
with
Oh,
places, but you got to kind of shine and put yourself
Yeah.
like let them
Yeah.
know. You gotta
Yeah.
let them know. Can't be all quiet and just work and think you.
Gotta have some swagger about it.
And
Yeah,
I think
you
that's
gotta-
also
This is
why.
me.
You know, it can't be too pushy at the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
time. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm looking. I want this. I want this.
Yeah.
But you got to kind of like show up early. Don't let them. Don't say
Don't
shit
give-
about 'em, like.
don't give them an
oh, but I
excuse
came.
to
I
be-
can't. I did
Yeah.
this. I did this.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
And let your action speak for itself.
Yeah.
And if it's done right and with the right chef, and you got the right kind of guy that you're working for, he's gonna notice.
Yeah.
He's gonna notice. You might have an asshole that's just like, all right,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Fuck
Whatever,
you,
do
yeah,
it.
whatever.
But with me, I feel like that's who I'm looking for to be my
Yeah.
sous chef. My
Yeah.
sous chef has to be like they got to know a lot too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got to be kind of on my level.
Yeah.
And I just like the over there iron. That's why we're sous chef.
Yeah.
We're like there creating dishes.
Yeah.
With Alex McPhail, the top dog of Pensacola.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing. Man, I love working there. That was fun.
I
That
think
was
that's.
fun.
I think honestly, that's kind of why a lot of people either fall in love with or hate the restaurant industry because their first gig when it comes to like working in a restaurant, they don't get that. They don't work in the right restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they don't get that side of it, I guess, or like you're not really
They
taking
get
under
an
the wing.
image of what they think this is what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm not
And then
doing
they
this.
Put that to every restaurant.
It could be a single experience in there. Like
it's
I'm done
all-
on this.
There's
Exactly.
there's certain things you might learn that's good. It's good to learn what not to do, just it is learning what to do.
Yeah.
I always like, yeah, okay, I'm not doing that again, you know.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes,
that's
man, you
pretty.
just
That works too.
gotta put it out there and see
So,
what happens.
But you're right. And you know what? If you don't want to work somewhere that's not that great, just don't work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if
There's
you
more-
want to,
there's obviously more opportunities.
go look.
Yeah.
You know, keep asking. If they turn you down, just keep going back. Show them that you want a job.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I promise anybody that's looking for a kitchen job, you will be able to get one right now.
Oh,
I promise
right
to
now.
God.
we're looking for
Any
bodies.
of you guys want to work in the kitchen?
Not chefs,
I got
bodies.
you. Okay. Look,
No.
I'm serious.
Like I said, I don't want to knock any kind of like talent or anything in this town.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got good crew. Thankfully, I kind of picked some as I left. Not as I left, but like I kind of attracted some people, which was real nice, and so I kind of got lucky with that, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
For sure.
Bro, I'm
For
so
sure.
stoked to see you down there doing that shit, man.
Hell
That makes
yeah,
me so
I appreciate
happy,
it, man. I can't wait to keep on.
Bro, I know,
Like,
and now that you're
A
saying
year
you've
from
got
now,
like a
2 years from now,
you've got like a whole crew, and now you can like really start.
bro,
Yeah.
breakfast,
Stoked,
lunch,
bro.
and now I'm gonna be starting a dinner. Like
Hell yeah.
you're gonna be able to get all the things good.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you want. Get up early, breakfast. Lunch.
Oh, yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
come get some dinner. 3. We're gonna do 3 to 5 like happy hour thing. I'm gonna do like a charcuterie board, a couple like little small plate things.
Yeah.
With drinks, and then 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Very short and sweet. Well, it's 4 hours, but
Yeah.
it ain't like no crazy long dinner.
Yeah.
We're only doing it 3 nights, so and also I'm gonna be able to like really focus on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're not prepping it and boom, that night you're selling it. Prepping it, I got like 4 days to kind of like
Yeah.
prep up shit and like
No.
really like tweak
Actually
things
fine-tune
and really
some
like
things.
plate up and get that plating
Yeah.
down because
Yeah.
I love plating. That's like my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
I'm very
part.
artistic
That's
when
my
it
favorite
comes
part.
to. I
I'll
get a
s-
lot of compliments about, oh, Ed, you make some good plates.
My question earlier about the iron thing, was there a point where
Oh.
you were like, yeah, we kind of got off, not a big deal because we talked good things, but was there a point in that where you were like, I'm ready now? Like, I know now in this moment, I'm executive chef quality.
So yeah, I was there 2
or is
years.
it like you don't know and it's just like,
You
I gotta
kinda-
risk it?
I mean, you're never ready for anything, but I didn't really consider myself a chef
Yeah.
until like I was pretty good cooking. I know a lot. First 2 years, I was just a regular cook there. Work saute. I mean, not like regular cook. I was like kind of like leaned on a lot. Kind of start closing the kitchen down and making sure. Excuse me. Everybody's doing their stuff. I'm just doing great at crushing it every day. But I did that for 2 years, and then a pastry chef. We needed one at this one point, and I was like, I never really I was never a pastry chef, but I kind of seen it enough, and like I worked beside our awesome pastry chef Corey. She came down here for a while too, and she was a pastry chef at Iron for a while. She was badass. But anyway, I worked with her for a little bit. I was like, you know what? I went chef. I was like, I'll try it out. I'll do it until you find something.
Yeah.
At least I can make a fucking bread pudding and a creme brulee. I know I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll try this other stuff. Make the Nutella pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'll put in the
so
work.
Yeah. I'll
so
give it a
I
shot.
just came in, started doing it. What I did was ran with the menu they already had, and just over time started changing to my own thing.
Yeah.
And that's where I really started like plating even more.
Yeah.
So I started plating desserts even like real nice and just keeping up the level of really nice desserts. And they were like, all right, boom, pastry chef. And then that was the first time I got my name on their menu. So it was like
Damn.
pastry chef,
That's a fucking
Ed,
dude.
so
Bro,
I
I
was
would've
just like,
framed that.
when
Bro.
that, I still have it. I have
Yeah,
all,
he's like,
I
I
still
still
have
got
it.
it.
I have like a drawer full of prep lists, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, so when I did that, I was like, you know what, man? Like, not many chefs can like bang out badass desserts at a fine dining restaurant and cook hot food.
Yeah.
I can come in, prep hot food, all the shit for the hotline, and then work prep, do
Work pastry
desserts and
shit,
shit. Not a lot of people can do that. And that's when it clicked for me. I was like, boom, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And I was pastry chef for a year, and then I got promoted to sous chef after that. And I was sous chef 2 years until I came.
When you start to feel better, well-rounded is what it
more
seems like.
more well-rounded. I was comfortable.
Yeah.
I was able to do things in front of people working at Iron.
Yeah.
I started talking to people. So when I started doing that, like you tell me dessert, I that doesn't trip me up. Like I'm intrigued. Like I would be like, hell yeah, I'll do a dessert for you.
Yeah.
So when I started doing all that stuff, I was like, all right, I think I can do this shit. I can definitely do this.
You know what's weird is like listening to you guys talk is I don't get a feeling that you guys are ever intimidated. But I'm saying because it's like y'all are typically setting up what you're going to be making, so you're obviously confident.
Oh
that it's something you can repeat.
yeah.
So you're not intimidating and like, can I put this out?
No, it's
and be
like
quality?
I'm excited. Like I'm not scared of nothing in the kitchen. I'm not scared to try anything.
Dude,
it's like I'm not gonna stay away
if you ask
from
me
nothing.
to do anything, you're like make toast and make the buttermilk. I'd be like. At the same time, like you're giving me how much time you got. We got an hour. I'm gonna figure something out.
I said 37 minutes.
Like I'm gonna be like,
He's
all
like,
right.
You put the toast in the oven? I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing in here.
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying.
The amount of time, honestly, the amount of times where I'm sitting just watching Cody cook, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And I'll say some shit. I'll say some shit, and he's like, wait, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, why are you doing
Tell
that
him the
before
pot
you've
pie
done this?
thing.
Oh, dude. Yeah, so this dude... This was
I just repeat things I've seen people do.
Yeah.
I don't do anything for the first time, typically.
So he was going to make a pot pie, and he had, like, the pot pie filling, right? And he was like, first off, he takes the, so you got your crust of the pot pie, right? So he takes the crust out and puts it on a like a baking sheet. And I'm like, hey, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm going to bake it off, and then I'm going to put it on top of the pot pie. And I was like, what are you doing?
Why?
I was like, why are you? He was
My
like,
idea
it goes
was like
on top and then you bake it.
You know how you like crush saltine crackers in soup?
Yeah.
That was my idea. Was like I was gonna bake it and then like chop it up and then just throw it in the thing since I didn't have enough to make a bottom and then put a top on.
Oh my god.
So it's gonna be like a soup pot pie.
Yeah.
Soup
pie.
with like crispy shit on top.
Yeah, but it was pot pie consistency, so it wasn't soup.
It was
like thick.
Yeah, well, but
thick
here's
enough
the thing,
you could
though.
scoop
Here's
it.
the thing, though.
Yeah.
When thick stuff like that gets hot, soup.
True.
Soup.
True.
Dude, it's little shit like that where I'm just like, oh my god.
But like,
Oh my
but
God. Boom,
then
boom, boom.
he ended up taking a picture.
Oh yeah,
I put it in a pie pan because that's what he suggested.
I told him put it in the bottom of the pie pan so it gets crispy on the bottom, and then put your shit in and cook it off.
Yeah.
So he takes his filling out and he puts it in the pan, and it's like a square, like a Tupperware thing of pot pie filling.
It's a glass Tupperware. It's square.
So he's got a pie pan with the thing around it, and then just a square of pot pie mix, dude, and it looks like the jankiest shit.
Oh my god.
I'll see if I can find
I'm like,
Did it at least taste good?
yeah. Well, I didn't make it. I was just remaking it.
Oh,
like
gosh.
my girl had made the interior, which was great, and she normally does the crust and then the top and everything. Like she's in there cooking right now because she's an angel. She's awesome, but yeah, like she wasn't coming over, and I was like, okay, well,
Cody has to fend for
I
himself.
have enough that I have just enough for the bottom.
Oh my god, dude.
Let me see what picture you got.
Wow.
Yep, that's
that's
like nothing
Lord,
in
dude.
there.
Yeah, dude.
And I was gonna
Pretty
put
sick.
it straight in like that because I was like,
And it's
gonna
still
heat up
like
and flatten.
square from like
yeah,
it's like
exactly.
congealed.
Yeah. No, that's the best part.
And he's like, you're not even gonna flatten it out? And I was like, isn't it gonna do that?
I was like, bro, just do it.
This is why you need chefs.
Yeah.
This is why you need chefs,
It's some
people.
funny shit, man.
So
I love
appreciate the people that are cooking for you is what I'm getting.
Yes,
at. Like
for
because,
sure.
Like you think you can cook, but you can't cook.
We are working
Yeah.
hard.
They're investing in like the future, bro.
things,
The
man.
food
All
is
the
the
things.
future. You know?
Dude,
Heck yeah.
I love it. I love it, man. Well, hell yeah, bro. Dude, thank you for
yeah, man.
coming and hanging out, man.
I
Seriously.
appreciate you guys letting me come, man.
Dude.
Talk a little bit.
Man.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I'd love to come back.
I'm stoked that you agreed
Oh,
so
yeah, dude.
quickly. Like, I honestly was like, this dude's high profile.
Whatever,
Yeah,
man.
there's
Not-
like,
not-
coming out here.
Nah,
I was like,
dude.
who I gotta text
I
back
am
this
not-
guy
People
on?
talk real high of you.
I
don't
appreciate
think
it.
you
I know.
realize.
Yeah.
I don't like. Oh, it's weird. It's
You
weird.
got a heavy reputation.
I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm just cooking food, dude. And I like people. I'm just me.
Doing
I just
what
want to
you
have
love
fun,
doing.
talk
Yeah.
shit, and
Yeah.
try to build a cool culture in this
Oh, yeah.
town. Like maybe have my own restaurant. I don't know. I'm just just here, man.
If it's something you
I
want,
appreciate
it'll
it,
happen.
dude. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
dude.
I'm a go getter. I have
shows,
some
bro.
dreams for
Oh,
sure.
For sure.
And
yeah.
I want to shout out everybody and show love to all the good people, you guys, man. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Before we wrap, do you want to shout anybody out as far as pages or anything like that,
Or
like
any
social
upcoming
media
events or
anything?
something.
Yeah.
Like, when does
Anything?
dinner start?
I don't want to say when
Okay,
dinner's going to
that's
start,
Yeah.
but definitely this coming month, November,
Word.
dinner's starting. Shout out to Chef at Alex at Irons. Like, honestly, talking about me getting a lot of flack, they started this, working there when I became sous chef, put me out there, became the best up and coming chef last year, 2020. And then also again this year, and they would put me on their page, and they have a huge following.
Yeah.
So you kind of. I'm not gonna say they did everything, because I put in the work and I'm a people person, but like I owe a huge thanks to them for sure for getting this traction. So now I'm just gonna run with it.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
The Beatles said it best. You get by with a little help from your friends, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
and,
you may be self-made, but nobody gets anywhere without help.
No. And then I also want to shout out to the Polonza crew, I know it's hard dealing with me, fine dining, kind of somebody that's a little bit more intense than what they're used to, just kind of like blind, but they're like, adjusting, and they want to build this
awesome,
culture, and they
That's
want
so
to,
sick.
get Polonza to where it
Well,
needs
you're
to
making
be.
them better.
Yeah,
So
For
I
sure.
love
they're
that, dude.
the crew, waiters, cooks, managers. I mean, that's
Everybody's doing the damn thing,
I can create the stuff. I'm a face, but they're doing the shit.
Yeah.
They're the one. The ones really like dealing with me and like doing what I tell them. They're the ones cooking, standing beside the grill and cutting their fingers and shit.
Shout out to the soldiers.
Yeah,
Fuck
the
yeah,
soldiers. That's exactly.
Damn.
All of them, everybody downtown. I got a couple of cooks. Alex Costa, Angelina's. He's a soldier. Rusty. He just got Alice's.
yeah.
He's super dope. He's my biggest hype man. So definitely
bro.
gotta
Dude, he is
shout
big
out,
fan.
dude. I love
Shout
that
out
dude.
Rusty, bro.
Rusty's
Shout out Rusty, dog.
Yeah, straight
Yeah,
up,
dude.
Rusty.
Before we
Rusty.
got on here, he sent me a bunch of the specials for tonight. He was showing me the bolognese or whatever for tonight. He sent me a couple pictures.
Yeah,
of the shit
he
he's
just
putting
sent
out.
me a couple.
Yeah,
Dude,
he
that
was
shit,
like, yo, check it out. I was like,
I was
dude,
like,
this
bro,
shit
you're
look
beast,
bussin'.
bro. You're
Yeah.
beast, bro.
Hell
So
yeah.
he's, and then Lamonte Troubadour, man. I don't know if you heard about him. He's doing some really cool, different stuff. Fine dining, more intricate, personable style. Got choices and stuff, but like. This dude, French laundry chef, man, he's badass, dude. So I want to shout out to him too, man. He's doing it up. So there's some talent in this town, man.
Insane.
There really is,
I'm saying,
There's talents that don't get recognized, I think, as much as it should.
Yeah,
People don't
very
bring
true.
people up on the way up
You know what I mean?
enough.
Yeah.
That's what I love about like the newer
The new age.
the new age.
Yeah. Kind of
It's like everybody's
the
on their
older
way.
chefs, they're kind of
Yeah.
off in their
They
own
don't-
world, man. But nah, dude, if I'm gonna be here, being a chef and stuff, like, Alex Lamonte, Cos, I just met you. I'm like, dude, I want you to be fucking
Yeah.
chef. We need that kind of shit here, man. We need badass
saying,
dudes, you
bro.
know?
I
Like,
know,
we
dude.
need badass restaurants, and we need, like, competition,
Yeah.
but, like, not, like, negative, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just
It's a
like,
good thing.
oh, you did that?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah.
do something better.
Watch
I
this.
got you. Watch this.
Yeah.
Check my feed next week,
Yeah.
you know? Like, just some good, honest competition,
Yeah.
you know?
It drives everybody to be better.
Hell yeah, man.
right,
That's what
man.
it's about, bro.
Damn right. Well, dude, thank you again so much
Yeah,
for coming
man.
on and hanging
I
out. For
appreciate
real.
it, man.
And y'all check out Polonza's if you're downtown.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Yee yee. Yee yee.